And hello there, YouTubers. How's it going for you guys today? This is CD Mangeka. I'm bringing you some Summit gameplay. Game type is Demolition, and I'm rocking with a full party here, as the usual goes. Game is pretty. It's all right. I mean, a high KD game, if not, like I'm a. It's not beast gameplay, but I mean it's pretty high KD. I was on. Looks like I was on a bit of an AUG binge when I did this gameplay. Now I was also using the Tiger camo. I've kind of recently moved on to the Yukon camo because it's a less frequently seen camo. It's a little more unique because not as many people run it. Because Tiger camo seems to be one of the more popular camos out there. So, anyways. Two things I want to address today. Let's start off with the first one, is the Resident Evil 5 live commentaries. First thing I want to say, though, thank you for everybody who commented and gave a rating to that video, in which I talked about it on. I mean, that means a lot to me that, I asked you guys to do something and then you all did it. I mean, that means a great deal to me. I mean, and the fact that I got a whole lot more input and reaction, interaction, I should say, from my viewers, than I normally would get, is a pretty sweet thing. Now, granted, the interaction that is pretty pale in comparison to some of the larger time guys out there. I mean, but for me, it is definitely a bigger kind. It's way more than what I would normally get. It's way more than I would normally get. Just myself. It's nothing impressive. It's nothing to brag about. But I am grateful that you all responded in the way that you did. It really made me feel good about that. It really got me excited to kind of bring you guys the live commentary stuff. I've been a little shaky on it, not because I'm worried about like the content. I mean, I think it's pretty entertaining. I mean, I just like to kind of watch I even go over it myself after I've got the commentary all synced up. I go over it and I just watch it, and I mean, it is interesting to me because there's just Prodigy and I are, Prodigy's such a fantastic character to have, to play. He's a great guy to play with, a great guy to listen to. I mean, he's just a blast to have around, and then also it's just kind of just like the interaction between us. I mean, there's some fun comedy gold moments there, and so I'm really looking forward to doing it. And I honestly wouldn't mind going through the whole game because I'm having a blast with Resident Evil 5 right now. I mean, I haven't ever played it through the whole thing co-op like this online. And, it's just like, it's definitely a lot better than playing it single, and I'm playing it the way it was meant to be played. And also, I'm not, I'm not stacked up in my character. I don't have all the guns in the game. I don't have infinite ammo. Everything's, I'm not, I'm starting from scratch, basically. And so I'm like, the gameplay for me is almost like a fresh run. And so it's just really, I mean, the Resident Evil 5, it's fun the way it was meant to be fun. It's kind of nail-biting, and you're micromanaging your stuff, and you're taking it slow here and there. I mean, I like it. I'm having a lot of fun playing the game, especially, like, I'm playing it on the weekdays right now, because I'm not totally banned from the PS3 on the weekdays. My brother has the first dibs on the PS3. The only thing I am banned on during the weekdays is playing Call of Duty Black Ops, which I think is a good thing because it helps me kind of pace myself. I talk to a lot of my friends who, the guys in my party, and they get like bored with Black Ops. They get like, worn out of Black Ops really quickly, it seems. They just get burned out of it. I mean, just like they're kind of exhausted. Meanwhile, I'm always raring to go on it, and I think a part of that is because I don't play it all the time. I only play it on the weekends, and so I get a very limited time with the game to actually play it. And so I'm not, I'm always not like, kind of pending up. And I think it's a good thing that you play other games as well. If not single, find some co-op games out there with a friend and go crazy with it. I mean, I'm having a blast with Resident Evil 5 stuff, and it's not frustrating like Black Ops could be. I mean, one thing about Call of Duty is it can be insanely fun, but it also can be way frustrating. I mean, that's just the way it rolls. COD is always going to be like that, as long as you're playing the multiplayer scene. Right here, I fail with the Chopper Gunner. Don't ever use Chopper Gunner on Summit. It is a waste of a kill streak. Gunship is kind of okay, a little hard to control, but it's kind of okay. Dogs, fantastic. Run dogs instead of Gunship. But I would imagine if my party didn't play Black Ops, I don't get as much experience, like game time in on Black Ops, but there's a point where you can say, I know the maps, I know this and that, and so, I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of comfortable with the game. I'm in my stride right now, I think, and I'm bringing my stats up. I mean, they're coming way up, and I'm really excited because, I mean, I'll talk about stats later and like what kind of stats. That's a commentary, a little bit of a philosophical kind of a thing I'll get into later. But again, I'll be posting how the Resident Evil 5 commentaries are going to play out. I fail with this ghost kid almost. How the Resident Evil 5 commentaries are actually going to play out is I'm going to be uploading about two episodes every Sunday, and they might be a chapter, they might be part of a chapter. If it's a chapter, I'll try and upload all of it, but they're going to be about maybe 15 to 20 minute segment clips, so I'm posting up on Sunday. So that means you'll have probably all day to watch them too. So that's gonna be a really good thing, and I'll during the week I'll refer to them all the time in case you haven't seen them. Please take time. I mean, I'm gonna be putting a lot of work into this series, the live commentary stuff that is, and so please give it the views it deserves, and the ratings and whatnot. But we'll address that later, and I hope you all enjoy the series very much. I think you guys will. I think you guys will. You guys liked our like the live commentary I did with Prodigy, and I mean we're doing Resident Evil 5, and so I mean it's a lot of fun to kind of do that stuff. Alright, now, I'm almost running out of time here. One thing I thought about Clip of the Week, there's no Clip of the Week this week. I only had one submission, and it was just this, I didn't like it, and so I'm not going to even go there. But one thing I thought about a Clip of the Week thing is that instead of just picking one winner, instead of just like picking one guy and showing his clip, what if I could take every single party member's Clip of the Week? Like, it's CD's parties highlights. Instead of like a competition, it's just like I take every person in my party's stuff and I post it up, whatever they had, whatever editing they do. Now, first reaction might be like, well, if you don't make it a competitive thing, they're not going to put as much work into like the editing and whatnot. They'll just submit clips. I'll still make them, work hard on their stuff. I mean, they still have to, make it to a point where I'll actually like it. So it's not like the quality is going to drop. I'll keep pushing to have the high quality. But would you guys like that instead? Just like every Friday, I post up like the CD's team highlight clips instead of like the gameplay clips. Anyways, let me know about that. Anyways, Demolition gameplay, pretty fun stuff. CD Mangaka here. Please give the video a like, rating, leave a comment, and if you're new, subscribe.